Welcome to Quick Tips for Spotting Fake News. This program is brought to you by the Southfield Public Library. In this video, we'll go over what fake news is, the 5 questions to ask yourself when encountering news, and further resources. Fake news isn't a new concept. It's been around as long as information has. In the past, it's been called yellow journalism and propaganda. However, in the digital age, it's become more prominent than ever. So, what is fake news in the digital age? According to the American Library Association, fake news includes several types of information that are either false or misleading. Let's look at examples. Satire or parody, like The Onion, which is an online website that provides silly and untrue stories. Clickbait, which is content whose main purpose is to attract attention and get people to click links. It often uses a false connection. Misleading content, which uses information to frame ideas in a biased way. False context, for example, an incorrect caption on a photo depicting a different person, time, or place. Imposter content, information that's created to look like it's coming from a well-known person or company. Manipulated content, which includes doctored photos, videos, or evidence. And finally, fabricated content, which is just completely false information. Here are the 5 questions to ask yourself when encountering information so you know that you can trust what you're reading is accurate. The first question is, where are you reading the article? Social media is not a credible source for news. Look at the URL. What is listed before the .com portion of the URL? That's the actual website the story is coming from. Most news sources have relatively short URLs. Also check out the About Us section. What kind of information is listed? Does the company or organization recognize any of its funding sources or affiliations? Does it blatantly say which viewpoints they are presenting? Next, consider who wrote the article. Find the author's name on the article and search for their name on the internet to see if they're associated with a certain business or group. Next, consider if they have the type of background to write a story about the topic you're reading about. If you can't find any information about this person, what might this say about their content? Next, ask yourself, what is the purpose of this article? Can you tell if a specific opinion is being presented? Is it only for entertainment? Usually the title will have some hints about the purpose of the article. Notice if it uses loaded language that creates a polarizing response or creates an emotional charge. Look for a similar story, but from a global perspective to see how it's viewed outside your community. Is the story supported? Does the author refer to experts with actual credentials in the field? Do they offer sources with legitimate organizations? Do your research. See what trusted resources are saying about this topic. I'll go over some of my favorite sources and why they're trustworthy near the end of the video. The last question to ask yourself is, do I want to believe this article? Confirmation bias is our tendency to interpret information that's consistent to what we already believe. It's normal to have biases, but what's important is that you're aware of them. If you want to believe the story you're reading about, consider if your own beliefs are getting in the way of your better judgment. Resources. Snopes, PolitiFact, FactChecked, and All Sides are all great resources for online research and fact-checking. They're transparent with their affiliations and funding resources. They list specific procedures and methodologies for how they determine if a story is accurate. They link to and document their sources so that you can do your own research and decide what to believe. Their content is also in layman's terms, and they take time to explain more complex terms so you can fully understand what you're reading. Another great resource for spotting fake news is us, the Southfield Public Library. We are here to help you with all your information needs, and we have so many great librarians who love to research. Call us, send us an email, or just stop by for a visit to ask us a question. That's what we're here for. Thanks for watching. We really hope to hear from you soon.